Well, welcome back for another episode of my interview series. Today we've got Franklin Leonard of The Blacklist here to tell us all about the new exciting things going on with the Blacklist website. So, Franklin, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Vinner.
Okay, so there were some big announcements this week about the Blacklist. Why don't you just go ahead and give me the basic breakdown of what's new this year?
So we've basically launched an online platform that better enables people who are making movies to find great screenplays and people that are writing great screenplays to find people that can make them. And whereas in the past the Blacklist has been people primarily working in the business, that now extends out to anyone writing screenplays anywhere around the world.
And is this totally free?
It is not a free service. To upload your script to the site is a $25 a month fee, and then you can pay for professional script readers that we've hired to do a brief evaluation for it, and that costs $50 a read.
So maybe I'm hearing wrong, but it sounds like you're saying, pay me and I'll put you on the Blacklist. Is that what this whole thing's about?
Not at all. The Blacklist will continue to be a separate annual event that is voted on by development executives from around the business, as it has been for the last 7 years. This is an attempt to expand that initial mission of the Blacklist, which is to identify great material to people that are not necessarily represented or already part of Hollywood.
But it sounds like you're just exploiting the Blacklist name. Like, who are you to exploit the Blacklist name?
Well, we don't think of it as exploiting, first of all, but I am the guy that created it. But what we're trying to do is create a system for people that couldn't otherwise get discovered to do just that if their scripts are in fact good. Like any screenplay competition, you may pay a small amount of money to pay for the readers and pay for the logistics of doing the thing, but at the end of the day, the opportunities that they present themselves far outweigh the potential cost. We like to think of this actually as a screenplay competition with rolling admission and as many prizes as there are good scripts, and instead of a check at the end of it, the possibility of a career is a distinct possibility.
All right, you're talking fast. I'm not quite sure. What I hear is, give me some money. Tell me exactly what I'm getting for the money here. Like, you're asking for money. I'm not sure what I'm buying here. So give me the sales pitch.
All right. So when you upload your script and you pay your $25 a month, your script is hosted on the site, and it's indexed amongst our entire catalog of screenplays, which already includes over 5,000.
Is it like pro screenplays, or are we talking about crap you find on other amateur sites?
It runs the gamut from professional screenplays and information about scripts that have been on the Blacklist and won the Academy Award to scripts that are by amateurs. Some of which are good, and I'm sure some of which are not as good. So that allows anyone who's a part of our professional membership, and we have almost 1,000 professional members already, to gain access to your script and contact you directly. We're not asking for a percentage of the sales. If you do sell it, we're not asking to be producers on the site. We just provide the platform so you can get your material to people who can help make it.
See, this just makes me think you're kind of a terrible businessman, because a smart guy would be trying to, rob me blind. Like, if I sell this thing for $1 million, you should be, taking a commission or something, right? Or are you? Is there something here like that I'm not seeing?
Not that I know of, no. Look, what we're trying to do is provide a platform that allows good screenwriters to find people that can make their movies and people that make movies to find good screenplays. And that really is our primary goal. Yes, we are charging for it. A large part of that is so that we can provide this service. And a large part of it is to provide a disincentive to people who may not believe in their own scripts to the tune of $25 a month to dissuade them from putting it out there. Our site is only as good as the screenplays that are on it and the people that use it. And we have a strong incentive to make sure that everyone in the industry recognizes that it's a valuable tool to find good work. And everyone that uploads their script recognizes that it's a good way to evaluate their work and have an opportunity to actually get seen.
All right, so I just kind of want to know who is using this site, because you go to a lot of these sites like this and you got kind of bottom-feeding producers from these low-level, companies. Maybe they're scrupulous, maybe they're not. I mean, who big in Hollywood is on here? Can you give me one name? Give me somebody.
Unfortunately, I can't name names. It's one of the things that we pride ourselves on is our ability to protect the privacy of both the people that are uploading their scripts and the users of the site. I can say that I'm a member. I can also say that a high percentage of the Blacklist votership every year, which is development executives at every major studio, every production company with deals at those major studios. We also have members at every major agency, every major management company, and quite a few A-list actors and directors as well.
So the elite of Hollywood is among the membership?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then my question is, in an industry that's long accused of social nepotism, how is the uploading and sharing of scripts not pay for play?
Because the uploading of scripts is no different than when you apply for a screenplay competition. Like I said, we try to think of this as a screenplay competition that actually grants access rather than grants a check at the end of the day. And at the end of the day also, it's really about making sure that people who are writing good work can get seen and can then take advantage of that opportunity, not, hey, I'm going to pay you so that I can either get a representative or get my movie produced.
All right. So you're selling it that, hey, important people in Hollywood are here, but I think I found a flaw here. You said that you've got all these readers doing it. So if I upload my script, it's just going to be some reader reading it. So not these important people at all. So checkmate. Ha!
Not quite. Initially,
I said checkmate. I won.
Perhaps you should look at the board again. First of all, yes, the initial reads, the reads that you'll be paying for, will be done by people that have, all of our readers are professional script readers that have done reading for production companies, studios, or major agencies before. So essentially they're the same people that will be doing the reading when you send a query letter and get a response asking to see a copy of the script. Unlike that situation, though, instead of just going to one potential agent or one production company or one financier, they're going to, at present, almost 1,000. Moreover, the idea being that just as those initial filters would happen if you sent your script via query letter, then if it's reviewed positively, it's evaluated positively, all of the elite of Hollywood, as you described it, then has access to your script and will be tipped to the fact that it is something worth reading and they'll be able to get it.
Okay, and these are like good readers. These aren't like people who answered some ad on Craigslist. And
not at all.
No. These people have experience?
They all have experience. They have all worked for the kind of companies that the vast majority of our members come from.
And they're taking this seriously. This isn't just like something dashing off and checking off boxes so they can, breeze through 50 scripts in an hour.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, I think, again, and the most important thing for us is to remember that the site is only as good and will only be as successful as the quality of our filters are that will allow industry professionals to know that when a script is well reviewed, that it's worth their time, and that people will want to upload their scripts and they know they're getting a high-quality, objective read.
And, okay, so let's say I'm a prospective customer here, and I've got a script. And so I pay the $25 to get it listed, correct?
Yeah, $25 a month.
$25 a month. And then you're charging me again for the coverage. That's a separate fee on top of that?
That's right. Because you could just as easily upload the script and keep it on the site and have it indexed. And let's say if someone wants to search for a comedy script that has magic as a significant portion of it, they might stumble upon your script and have immediate access to it and the ability to find it. The $50 per read is really just a way to catalyze additional information about the script and help us index it by quality.
Okay. But let's say I write an awesome log line, people are logging it, and then I'm like, hey, I should get some coverage there and do it more. And your readers think I suck. They give me like a 3 or 4 or worse. Am I like branded with that? Is that kind of like a scarlet P for pass?
No, we've adopted a bit of a Hippocratic motto with regard to the site and with the blacklist generally.
You're hypocritical?
Hippocratic. We'd like to do no harm. Look, our belief is that writers have a hard enough time in the business as it is and sort of live an undervalued existence. So the last thing we want to do is make life any more difficult for them. As a general matter of policy, the only way that a person who's an industry professional member of our site is going to have their attention drawn to a script is if it's one that everyone likes, if it's one that they personally are likely to like based on our recommendations algorithm, or if it's one that our readers like. You have the ability, if your ratings are not to your liking, to keep those ratings entirely confidential. Ditto the coverage. On the other hand, if the coverage comes back very positive, you can make that publicly available so that anytime someone goes to your script page to see your script and read your log line, they can also see that one of our readers said, wow, this script is excellent, and they might be more inclined to download it as a consequence.
So this is all very new writer friendly.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. And so I just kind of want to be clear about something because I know that you're good with professional writers and people who've been on the blacklist. With amateur writers, I know there's another blogger out there who I won't name who's gotten 3 people rep this year. Like, how many people have you gotten rep this year?
I really don't know, and I try not to think of it in a quantitative terms along those lines. But here's what I do know: the blacklist over the last 7 years has celebrated the work of over 500 screenwriters. Of the approximately 500 scripts that have been on the list, over 200 of them have gotten made. Those movies have gotten 140 Oscar nominations and won 25. 2 of the last 4 Best Pictures are blacklist scripts, and 5 of the last 10 screenwriting Oscars were blacklist scripts as well. So, We as a general matter of policy want to celebrate good screenwriting and the people that do it. And, that's not limited to people that are necessarily working in Hollywood. Though the hope is that if they're doing it outside of Hollywood, that they'll be welcomed in, and this will be a facilitator of that transition.
Wow. And do you ever regret not attaching yourself as a producer to any of that?
Look, there are definitely scripts that I loved that were on the blacklist that I would have loved to have been involved in producing. I think the reality of it is that I'm just enormously proud and frankly a bit humbled to have had some small part in seeing them be successful.
And if let's say I write a 10 out of 10 script. Yeah. Do I have to have you or anybody on the blacklist, attached as a producer or anything like that?
Absolutely not. We're not asking for a percentage of your sale. We're not asking for a producer credit on your script. We're just a platform to help people who make movies find good scripts and good scripts to find homes.
All right, what haven't I touched on? Where haven't I attacked you? Is there any stone I've left unturned here that you're really just itching to tell me?
We, as a general matter of policy, want to be as open to that criticism as possible. So if there are any questions, we can be contacted via the site, which is www.blacklist.com, and that's blacklist with no vowels, blcklst.com.
That's very confusing.
It is, but someone already had the blacklist.
And com has a vowel in it, sir. There's an O.
It's a very good point, but it's blacklist without the vowels. And then we're also on Twitter at the THEBLCKLST.com. And so if there ever are any questions, we'd like to be responsive to them. So please, by all means, reach out to us there.
All right. Well, I will if I have any problems with it. I'm coming after you.
Bring it.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much, Franklin Leonard, Blacklist.